I liked it. I mean, it's a good movie. I mean, obviously there are some things you question and go be like, well, I don't know about that. But at least he's getting, some love in some sense. Because obviously at the beginning of the movie, he's this sort of, well, musician who's not on a very good path. His girlfriend decides she doesn't love him anymore, so then he starts dating this older woman who's like 40, and she basically sort of says, well, I'm having this relationship with this man, but, you know, I don't really want this to go, you know, to us getting married or being a proper thing. I just want to have sort of easy sex. Um, and it's a weird thing because she obviously does feel love for him, but she says she doesn't want it to be like, like a proper thing like getting married or anything like that. She just wants it to be sex and some sort of relationship on that front. So there's that. And then there's obviously the whole thing with him being a musician and he really wants to nail it and all of that. But he's kind of stuck in between the two things of, oh, he wants to live at home and he goes around with scooter and stuff like that. And he really wants to be into that world of being in like, like that fancy joint in LA, like playing music, and he wants to be like an up and comer, and you feel sorry for him, and I I find that Johnny Simmons is a very likable person, but you get the feeling that he's a human being, which really is important, and I think also is grounded in that he has these struggles, and life's not perfect and things can be hard, and I think that speaks to a lot of people out there, not just watching movies, just people in real life. Um, and I like the sensibility that there's something pure and true in that. And sometimes you watch these movies and they try to sort of bring across something that's not true. And, like um, Joseph Gordon-Levitt makes this thing that love is portrayed in movies in like not the right way, that things don't always pan out, and it's a lie, and it's a lie, and what's the point? And to much a degree, you kind of get the sense from Johnny Simmons' character that he thinks in a sense, well, what's the point? Why am I doing this? But I'm trying to get up to a higher thing of where I want to be. But in many ways, it's like the thing that Stanley or Stanley always get my words out. Well, Stanley always said that no one's life is easy, and if they're telling you that that's not the case, they're lying. You know. Um, I love the music in this film. I mean, I have downloaded the soundtrack. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I really like the way it's shot. I like the way that also it doesn't, even though obviously it's shot in LA, it doesn't show off like, oh look, there's the cityscape, the cityscape and the skyline. And I'm not saying it's bad in movies, but I like the way that they're showing a different side of LA. They're showing sort of like an indie kind of spirited side, like like there's a good influence there that I think other movies should sort of stick to, you know. And I like this movie. I don't think it's perfect. I definitely think it could be better. But in a day and age where we've got some films like the one I just sat through, The Dictator, which can't pull which way it wants to be. This is infinitely better than that film. And I think that Johnny Simmons is a very promising actor. I like him. I want to see him grow. I want to see him get into like something like more mainstream. I like what he's doing in indie films, don't get me wrong, but I like him to become a Joseph Gordon-Levitt and sort of tap out of that and go into mainstream. and really show what he can do and get a bigger audience.